Former Brentford manager there, and he knows this, one of the most famous walks for any football fan. A pub on every corner of the ground, so anyone who's visited Griffin Park will recognise this stroll among the terraces of Brentford. But if it's still on your tick list of football stadiums to go to, well, you better get there quick, because this is the last year that Brentford will play at Griffin Park. It's been their home for over 100 years, but they will be moving to the 17,250-seater stadium, the Brentford Community Stadium, next year. It's a really famous ground, Griffin Park. If you haven't been, I would certainly recommend it. I think there's still one more pub to show you. There you go. All right, one on every corner, as proven. Some people think that's a myth. Well, we can actually speak to their head coach now, Thomas Frank. Thomas, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this exciting morning. How emotional is everybody at the club about the fact that this is the last one at Griffin Park?
I think we are quite emotional. We know, as you just said, Griffin Park is one of the most iconic stadiums in the country, I think, because of the history, the pubs on each corner, and the atmosphere the fans creating. So we need to do everything we can to make the last season magical.
But of course, it's very exciting as well to move to a new stadium too. Does this show that the club is a forward-thinking club?
Yeah, definitely. And we know, as much as we love Griffin Park, we know we need to move on and we need to go into a new era and hopefully build an even better and a bigger history for Brentford. We know we need to do that in the modern football.
Well, let's talk about your first 6 fixtures then, because they've just been announced, well, less than an hour ago. We'll bring the 6 fixtures up. We've got them now, actually. What do you make of them? Home to Birmingham, away to Middlesbrough, home to Hull, away to Leeds, Charlton away, and then Derby at home.
I think the first most important thing is that we really like to start at Griffin Park. Last season to home to Birmingham is a fine fixture. Then I think the next 5 is actually quite tough. You know, we're playing Middlesbrough away, obviously one of the candidates to go up. Leeds away, want to go up. Derby just lost the playoff final. So it's going to be a tough start. But you know what, we're going to play every team home and away the whole season. So let's take them for the top from the beginning.
Yeah, but with the pressure on managers in the EFL, well, and the Premier League as well, you know, you get off to a bad start and suddenly there are some owners who get a little bit nervous. So that good start, it is imperative, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you want the good start, you want the good feeling from the start, so there's no talking from whoever. But last year I know that Norwich, they started really bad and ended up getting promoted. So in this league, it's relentless. You can't say what's good or bad. Of course, yes, you want to get to the top from the beginning and stay there. Everybody wants that, but that's pretty impossible. So we know one thing, we are ready and we want to do everything we can to start well.
Yeah, patience is absolutely key. Now, last season, you finished 11th. You were 10 points off the playoffs. I take it the aim this season is to go at least 10 points better and get into the playoffs.
I think for every team in this division, they want to go for the big dream, of course. We know we have a good side, we know we have talented and good players, and we play some exciting football, and especially at Griffin Park, where we've been on a high, especially last season. We need to continue building on that and go forward. So yes, of course, we have big dreams, but we need to focus on everything on the daily basis. It's next training, next match, and now we have a big pre-season ahead of us.
How much would it mean to the Brentford fans in general to get into the Premier League? Because they've come relatively close at times, having been further down the league not so long ago as well. It would be a dream come true.
Yeah, of course. As I know that, I think football is all about having dreams, okay? So every season, every team going into a new season have a massive dream, the fans, the players, the staff, everybody around the club. And we have massive dreams and we want to do everything we can to fulfill them. But we know it's take a lot of hard work and that's what we're focusing on.
Now, although this is a compliment to a manager, it's also a worry as well, because there is interest in some of your players. I mean, Neil Mopey for one, Ollie Watkins, Saeed Benrahma. How critical is it that you hold on to them, and how confident are you of holding on to them?
Yeah, I think, as you said, everybody wants to keep their key players, and the three you just mentioned are key players, and there are other key players in the side as well. So we work very, very, very hard on that to keep them, and we want to keep them. But we know there's maybe only 6-8 clubs in the world who's not are selling players. But two things I know. One thing, if we sell very, very expensive. And two, we're really good at getting good players in.
Yeah, well, exactly. Getting players in is the next thing, isn't it? I believe you've got one in already, Christian Norgard. What other, from Fiorentina, what other areas are you looking to strengthen?
Other areas, or you said beside that? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, what other areas of the pitch are you looking to strengthen in terms of the playing staff?
Okay. I think it's clear the last two transfer windows, or this, we lost Johan Barbe and Chris Mepham, and we have a very good young centre-back in Matt Speck, so I think it's pretty obvious that we need some centre-backs in. The other areas, I'm confident. I think we're really, really good, and I think it's more about us keeping the squad and be ready if something happening, then we need to get some players in.
You've said that you're very happy with that you make good transfers, that you're very good in the transfer market. What is it about the Brentford model that is so good?
I think one simple thing is that we prepare really well, and we prepare early in the transfer window, and we're clear on what kind of types we want, to which positions, and how they should fit into the style of play. And then, of course, it's not easy because there's a lot of other clubs who want to compete for the good players. But I think that's one of the things we do well.
Thomas, best of luck, and thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much.